The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. Wow, have I got a power-packed show for you today. I have a lot of material that I want to get out for you today because we're going to go over the entire outlook with angel guidance for the whole year of 2019. So what I want to do this time, and I know that some of you may have sent in, questions and things like that. If we don't get to some of that today, please understand, I want to get this out for everybody. So I want to do that first because there's a lot of good stuff to share here that'll help all of us, and some of it may even answer the question that you have. If I don't get to anything that you have sent in today, we will save it for the next live show. So don't think we are going to just forget about you. But I want to welcome everyone. You can put questions out. You can interact. We have the live chats open. We are live streaming on Facebook through transformationtalkradio.net. Or are they .com? They're .com. And I want why I keep doing that. And they have a Facebook page. They're live streaming for me over there. They're on their network, their website, and everywhere else. I'm live streaming on my YouTube channel, and that's at Jenn Royster. You can look it up. And I've also got that embedded at my website, jennroyster.com, if you want that social media, and we have that live stream up. So we are out there. Welcome if you're listening audio or watching video or in the chats. I want to welcome everyone. So today is the 20th of December, okay? I'm doing it now because this one is really a big deal. We have been through a big year of change. We've been through a lot. We're still feeling a little bit of that residual. I know that. I know you are. But you're also feeling a little bit of what's coming into 2019. Some of that emotional, that feeling, that sensitivity. And when you look at astrology, that would be because the Cancer is lining up. The energy of Cancer and Capricorn is lining up. And that's two different interesting dynamics that I want to explain to you. And it'll make a lot of sense why you feel the way you do. First off, December 22nd, this Saturday, is a full moon. It's a full moon in Cancer. And that's your feelings, your emotions, your nurturing. It's all about home and family. It wants you to balance, make sure you're not forgetting about those kinds of things. And you might be feeling sensitive. You might be feeling that power struggle. Why do you feel the power struggle? Capricorn is, if you looked at the energy of the Cancer sign, it's more nurturing and feminine and sensitivity and emotions and balance and things like that. It's a water sign. Capricorn, on the other hand, is a more dynamic, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's make this happen. Let's do this. Kind of like you're more of a male energy moving forward, more proactive. So you see, you might feel this tug. You might feel more emotional about the things you want to just go and do. That's a lot of the explanation with that. Now, I'm noticing it too. The frequencies are getting louder that I've been hearing. And another thing is this moon is going to help you wrap up 2018. It's going to help you just settle in, finish it out, work on whatever it is you're removing, releasing, letting go of. That's just us like, man, how much more do we need to hear about letting go, right? I know. The reason you're feeling that way is because you're ready to move forward. You're just done with all this cleaning out. Let's get something new going on. So that is why it feels that way to a lot of people. If you're really sensitive to the energies, you'll really pick them up more. If you happen to be one of those signs, or it's in your astrology chart somewhere, you might feel it even more. Now, what I do and what I'm focusing on is angel guidance for these energy alignments. 2019 presents liberation, freedom, your true self. Let's go do this, but you're going to also have that connection with the sensitivity, the emotions, and your heart-centered choices. Family, connections, relationships will be important to you. Balance between work and home you'll feel like, if you feel conflict in that, it's because there's probably a balancing act to do there. One or the other, if it's off, you're going to want to have that drive for security, doing the things you love, which is going to be driven by that Capricorn energy. And Cancer, that is going to want you to be balanced and not forget that family time is important too, or your relationships. And relationships come in big for 2019, which I found interesting. And some of the questions I see coming in are about that, about relationships, but this isn't just about love and romance, okay? That is included in this, but there's a balance. And here's what I'm seeing for everyone on that front. The first 6 months, and what I was picking up with the angels was, and that's what we're going to start with, the first 6 months is really clarifying where you really want this to be, what type of relationship you do want, if it's something that you're looking for. Second half looks more favorable for, okay, now I know this is what I do want, this is what I don't want. Second half looks more like it's ready to go in that direction. So if you feel, I'm not sure yet, or I don't know, will I not? It feels muddy right now because it's aligning and a balancing, and it's waiting for you to choose. It's waiting for you to choose. So sometimes it's like, why can't I see that? Because you need to make some choices, and you need to make some direction in your path, and then it clears up. So that's part of that. Okay, let's start this, okay? First of all, let's start with January. January is right around the corner, and that one is the one where you'll feel more of that Capricorn energy. It'll be like, let's go, let's do this, and it'll feel like it's moving very fast. We've been saying and giving you heads up that 2019 will feel like it's moving fast. That's because of that energy I'm talking about with Capricorn. It wants to just go. It just... ready, set, go, let's do this. That's what that is. You'll feel that quite strong in January, and that's okay, because this is where we've been wanting to implement and start. 2019 is a fantastic year to start anything that you want to do that aligns with your vision, your dream, what you really want. It's a great year for that. Okay? It'll also help you because of the balancing act that it wants to do with different things. It'll help you do it in a healthy way, because you won't, back in the day it was like work yourself at a job you didn't love, and then you didn't have any time with your family, something like that, or you never saw your kids, because you were so busy trying to, earn the dollar, and it'll feel different because you won't be satisfied with that in this type of energy in 2019 is what I'm getting. Michael comes in very strong for the first couple of months that I noticed. And it made sense because he's very good at helping you direct powerful energy that feels like it just wants to push the doors down and go. He's very good at helping you direct that and not become overwhelmed with anxiety with that. It can feel like that if you're not used to going faster. And I don't know about you, but I have definitely been feeling things moving faster. I have for a couple of months. It just, trying to catch up with anything feels like, oh, okay, and it does. It feels like that. We're going to learn in these few months coming up how to balance life, how to balance it. If it's not balanced for you now, you'll feel that. That's just what I'm picking up, okay? This is not to frighten anybody. I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm trying to help you. Archangel Michael is fantastic for when you feel overwhelmed, you're afraid of the direction you're going, it's unknown, it's scary, but you want to do it. He's great with fears, anxieties, hesitations. He's also fantastic as an organizer. He utilizes the energy of logic and helps you logically follow your spiritual path and bring it into your physical world so you can manifest the things that you really want to do here. And you can prosper and you can have the abundance in other areas of life, not just finance. Finance absolutely is still there, but other things are starting to come to light in our life that will feel more important to us. We won't feel that satisfaction of just that dollar. We're going to want the love and the balance and family. You know, you're going to want to feel that you have healthy relationships. So a lot of these things are coming in. Now, if you have a plan to start, January is a fantastic time to start it. If you've already started it, which I've already started some of them, you'll be tweaking and fine-tuning them in January, which I fully plan to do. I fully plan to utilize this energy. It's a very go-getter, unstoppable type of support that you'll feel with whatever you want to kick off and start in your life. It doesn't matter whether it's personal, business, you know, whatever it is you want to do, that's what you're going to feel. February, let's move to February. I have 12 months to go through, so I want to get through at least 3 of them per 15 minutes or so. I got to get moving through them. That's why we're holding off on the questions. February, this one will have you checking your ego. This one will want you to check, because of that fast-paced January, as we move into February, if you are getting caught up in anxiety or overwhelm or feeling things that are not quite what you want to feel, the angels are telling me, Michael's saying, that feeling of feeling trapped in something is not real. I loved it when he said that. He's like, anxieties are not based in reality. They are here, okay? There are fears that are causing all of this block. So if you may go right through February and not feel any of this. This is addressing those that may be feeling that. Don't let that knock you down. That means bring it in, slow, take your deep breaths, tap in with Michael, because Michael says those anxieties, they're just something that's energy, and energy can be transformed into a different type of energy. Anxiety is a manifestation of fear in energy terms. So you're looking to just transform that. And it's not like, well, that's not very easy when I'm right in the middle of a panic attack. I get it, I know. And it's harder for some than others. And with Cancer, we're going to be feeling stuff. We're feeling things that, oh, I don't know, you're going to feel more. Don't be afraid to feel. Some of that feeling that be coming up is to help us identify, hey, that's just a fear-based belief that I need to get rid of. Or that's not anything to be afraid of like I used to feel. Things like that. And then one more here quickly before I take a moment. March. Now that's what February's like. Don't give in to the fears. You'll overcome them. Michael is for the first 2 months, January and February. March, that's when you start to wake up and go, hey, there's a better approach. I can do this. I've had a couple of months. I kind of went through my little freakazoid there. Now I know what I want to do, and now I'm ready to go. March is when it's kind of waking up and the aha moments are coming in. I know, I thought it was so cool. And this one is, I can tweak this and that and it'll be better. And it'll start to make more sense which way to approach confidently. You will be starting in January. When I say that March will clarify, here's something that I notice with entrepreneurs that are successful. They don't wait till it's perfect to start. They just go. And then as they're in it, they keep tweaking to make it better. Use that analogy here. January, you're going to start, but you might find things that you can tweak in March that will improve it. So that's the point there. That is absolutely the point there. That's important for you to hear and see. One more here before I go and say hello and see if there's anything. April is another one. Okay, April will be more feeling the emotions, okay? Emotion, you'll feel it more, you know, you might need to do some balancing. You might have emotional people in your life. You'll really be feeling that Cancer energy about, oh, I'm feeling my heart. I'm feeling my heartstrings being tugged. You know, you'll want to be more connected. You'll find that that'll be a preoccupation for you. And it makes sense with the balancing. Sometimes you just feel like a ping pong ball going back and forth, because when we come right out of the gate in January, it's going to feel like go with that Capricorn. February, it's like, whoa, okay, I'm freaking out. I'm going so fast. March is like, okay, I can do that better. Now we go back and it rotates back a little bit more in April to, okay, now I need to balance and kind of have a, you know, quiet time and feel more balanced and restoration and relaxation. And it's not like stop. It's not like stop. You'll just find that all that pushing and that work that you did, now you'll feel like you need to take some rest. It'll feel like that. It won't be slowing down. It'll just feel like you want to be more in your relationships, your friends. You'll want to interact more. It'll be like that. And with that, that is like the first, that's kind of the energy of the first 4 months. I want to say hello over in the chat quickly. We have Jules, we have Kim, we have Jody, we have David. Hello to everyone. We have Rossi, Candace, and Kelly. Good morning to you guys. And they seem to be, oh, somebody's got 4 planets in Cancer. You go, girl. Yeah, you're going to feel it in a lot of areas of, of life. But you know what? This is a year for you to be very productive in those areas. So Jody, that's actually, you know, wow, that's pretty cool. We got 1111s going on out there. 1111 is such a transformative sign of energy and numerology. It is a sign of wake up. What are you focusing on? Because that's what you're going to manifest. Whenever I see 1111, I really stop to make sure if I'm focusing on things or my mindset is in a way of positive manifestation. If not, then I go, stop, look, let's tweak it and think of something positive. It doesn't matter. I could be having the worst day ever. I do it anyway, because I'm noticing that manifesting is coming in very quickly. Manifesting is much faster now, and it will move into that with this energy that's coming. You'll find that it's just not taking as long, because it will feel faster, if that makes any sense at all. I know you guys are feeling this. Now let's move over into May. I'm going to take a break at the half hour, Carter, just so you're aware, because I'll have to catch my breath. I want to make sure I don't run out of time here. Oh, that's so cool. I just saw, she said, Jules is saying, just as you were speaking about balancing life, I glanced up and there was 1111. I know. Don't you love that? I love that. Now, let's move into May. We've done January, February, March, April. You can always go back and get the archive if you're just joining us. May, that one is when really cool insights will come in from someone you know, someone that's very well versed in a topic that you need answers to. You'll just start to have your aha moments a little bit more in May. It's going to have a logical, you know, let's look at all the facts. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we don't have. Let's get some advice. It's going to be one of those kind of months where you're using a lot of logic. And so that means those first 4 months, you've brought in what you want to do. I hear a really loud blower out in the yard in somebody. So if you guys are hearing that big buzz, that's somebody doing a yard outside. The first 4 months, we have really brought this energy in. May, now we're bringing it and we're logically putting an application to it into our physical life. It's starting to make sense in our physical life. It's starting to balance itself. It's starting to integrate. You're going to start to feel it moving into physical life because you're bringing something in that's from the heart, that you feel, that you're passionate about, and you are finding that balance, and you have this dream you want. That's creativity, brand new, which Cancer energy is very good on. It's very good at birthing something new and nurturing it. And Capricorn can drive it forward, see? So the two really can work together in a very positive way if you stay with that energy. If you start to feel lower frequencies with it, like freaking out, fear, that's when you want to stop and realign. And angels are saying, hey, I'm here for you on that. Michael came in with that first part of the year, that first quarter. As we move into this section, there's a lot of logic here. That's also Michael. Michael's very strong in 2019. Usually I'll have, by now I've had 2 or 3 different angels are popping up, but he represents bringing that into the physical. What he knows how to make things logical. He's a very logical, using your spirituality in a logical way. Very logical angel, I know. And it's not woo-woo when he's working with you. It's, oh, this is making perfect sense. And he's also going to show you the importance of your spiritual side and how moving forward into the years to come, it's just not going to work if you keep that on the back burner. It's got to be a part of your life now. And people that have never had that as part of their life, they're waking up to that now. It's brand new, and a lot of you may be that. But when you're still finding that that's more and more important because you're waking up and you're moving in that direction. So you're right on track. There's nothing to be concerned about with that. June... Now that was May, all this logic, and you know, it's going to feel more business, like let's get the books in order. You know, it's going to feel kind of like that. June has more of a mental, let's think about some things. And it's also going to be, okay, that first 5 months of the year, I'm exhausted. Let's rest. Okay, let me rest now. You'll feel like, okay, let me just process everything I just did in the last 5 months and take a breather here. It's a perfect time to do it. It's June. It's like that's when you'd want to take a vacation, a break, some time off, just have a slow weekend, you know, take a nap, whatever it is you got to do. That's going to be a good month for that. If you start to find that you're struggling with your health, that means you've got to balance it anyway and slow down. It's going to show you, it's going to help you clarify, it's going to help you rejuvenate for the second half of the year coming in. So June's like the timeout break moment, okay? Now, as we go into the year, what we do every year on this show is I go through this quickly now, so you have kind of an idea. And then as we are living in each month, we go into it a little bit more. If you're part of the Angel Retreat, I'm going to be adding a lot more classwork and a lot more information in there. That'll be more exclusive to the members only group. But, you know, if you're in there, that'll have additional as well. But we're going to be putting that in. Not all live. Some will be recorded because everybody's on different time frames. We have live and recorded in there. And that, if you want to see what that's all about, I have a link, and it's right on my homepage. You can see it in there. Now, where were we? That was June. I think I'm going to take a short break, catch my breath so I can power through the next half, because we've got July through December, and I want to make sure we get it out there to you guys. 2019 is not a year to go to sleep and pretend it isn't happening. That's why it felt so important to make sure you have all of this information now. You can align, you can get organized, you can have a little notebook, and you can stay in touch with what's happening for you individually. It's also a year where we will start applying and being the one that makes the choices for us, not somebody else doing that for you all the time. Like, just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. We want to implement our confidence in ourselves. And if you don't have the confidence in yourself, you're going to want to tap into that. And you can. It's not impossible. Some people just feel like they can never get off the ground with that. That's the whole point of what my focus is with helping you guys through this thing. Empaths, you will feel The sensitivities probably a little more, but that is not a negative. Those empathic gifts are gifts, not hindrances. There are positives and negatives to every energy out there. Every single one. There's positive and negative. It is never that we have to stay focused on the worst thing and absorb everything. What is most important if you are highly sensitive to the stuff that you feel is the balance, is the timeout, is the rejuvenation and the clearing. I have to do it too. I have to do it too. And when I find that I'm absorbing way more than I need to absorb, time out, time out. You're not good to you yourself or anybody else when you just keep trying to plod along in that vibration. That's what you'll wear down. That's when you get more sick. That's when just things start to fall apart. So there is a way. There is a way. And you have lots of different ways that shift energy. Energy is energy. You can shift energy. It doesn't really disappear, but you can take a negative, turn it into a positive. You can clear it. It's not like we get rid of it. We transmute it. We shift it into a different vibration. You lift that frequency positively. Remember this, where you shine your light more, there's a lot less hiding. When you shine a light onto anything, which is we shine our light, we shine our love. When you shine a light into a dark area of life, it lights it up where you can see where the problems are to fix it. And when the light's on, it's not so scary. It's not like there's a dark corner with an unknown in it. Think about it. This is what you're going to be practicing to do when you need to balance. This is going to be a self-care thing that becomes important as we move into higher frequencies of living. So think about that for a moment. I'm going to take a short break. When we come back, I'm going to start with July and keep going through the year, month by month. Angel guidance for 2019. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching the video live stream. We will be right back after the break.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
and welcome back to the show. Okay, we did the first half of 2019 in the first half of the show, so you can catch the archive if you missed that first half. I'm going to pick up now from July. July is when it starts to feel like something's flowing in from all the hard work. This is when you'll feel abundance flowing from whatever aspect of life, not just financial. It could be you're feeling the abundance in happiness. You're going to feel the abundance in you love what you're doing and your life is full of the things that you wanted. This is where all the work that you apply, and this is your choices now, whatever you have applied, July starts to bring it in. You might find some positives with your job or your business, promotions, increases in salary. You started your new business, the venture is starting to build from there. Prosperity is starting to show. You're reaping the rewards of the efforts and things that you've applied yourself at. So, you know, like I said, everybody's on something different that they're doing. Abundance and prosperity applies to many different aspects of life, depending on what you were working on. Now, that's right in the middle of the year, okay? This is where it starts to rotate and turn for the second half of the year. August, for those that were working on that first half of the year with, okay, how do I want a new relationship in my life? August is more prime for knowing what that is, okay? Knowing or in attracting that in, like they start to come into your life. And this is if you were working on that, because remember in the beginning I said, if you were looking for that, you may not know what that is yet, or it might feel like it's so unclear, you're not sure. Second half of the year is making more sense for that. It starts in August for something like that. That will be more into the positive side of emotions, your happiness, your joy, sharing it with someone, working with your self-love, making sure that you're healthy and balanced is how you will attract in someone that can share that with you. It really works that way. If we don't have it for ourselves, it's hard to put that out and draw that in. That's how manifesting works with energy and law of attraction. So August, that part's kind of cool. That's right. It's sort of at the end of summer here where we are in the States, and that's just a cool, turn of events as we are rotating into that second half. Now, September, let's go over September. Let me go back to August. August, Archangel Jophiel came in with that one because she has such a beautiful, positive, upbeat to life, which will help you very well in that aspect. You can use Jophiel at any time, though. If you feel like you need a little bit of a positive boost to get back on track, Jophiel's a great angel for that. But Jophiel came in really strong with this one because it just felt good, like, oh, now I'm starting to feel those things I really, was working on to bring into my life. So as we move into September, this one is when now you have this foundation you have laid out, okay? Now you work to dream a little bit bigger in it. Now you have this foundation of something you've started. And September gives you opportunity with the energy to go a little bigger with that. Apply yourself a little bit more. Build on the faith and commitment you have in your dreams, your vision for your life. What could you do better? What could you add? What could you improve on? Things like that. This is what the September energy was about. And it was kind of cool because Archangel Metatron came in for this one. Metatron is a manifesting angel with Raziel. Raziel and Metatron, they're more about the, manifesting, building. Like I said, any of these angels you could work with at any time, but their energy came in strong with the message for September. Because this one is like, don't be afraid to dream a little dream and then make it happen. This is what they kept saying to me, dream bigger, go. That's what this September energy was for. I thought that was pretty cool. October, And I have other notes that I want to share with you. So you hear me going through the months, but then I'm going to go back and we're going to tweak a few more insights that cover the whole year that are important. October, this is more like, you know, well done. You want to give yourself a pat on the back for how hard you've worked so far. But then it goes into absolutely appreciating and honoring the accomplishments that you have achieved so far, honoring that in another, looking at how we as a group and a community together as a people, humanity, have grown, appreciating, the school of hard knocks, honestly, appreciating the ones that came easier, appreciating all of life, appreciating all of it, what you've learned, what you've, had to learn, what you're still learning. It's kind of like an appreciation month, and that's a gratitude. And it's interesting because it came in a little early. We always associate November with that, with our Thanksgiving, but that's because this holiday for for this country. But October is where that appreciation and gratitude starts to, you'll feel the energy of that more, and you want to express it. You want to share that. You want to have it for yourself because it refuels. That's like an elixir of energy that refuels your tank to keep going into the next phase. So you want to always take time to do that. And like I said, any of these things I'm saying for each month, it's more of an energy feels stronger for that particular month with the angels that came in. Gratitude, that is coming in, and thankfulness from all the angels. It wasn't one particular angel that came in with October. It was more of they're celebrating with us, and they want to continue to be there and celebrate with you as you ascend and grow. And I thought that was kind of cool. It was like a party, like let's stop and enjoy everything that we have so far. And I thought, wow, that's kind of cool. So that's what I was picking up for October. November is where if you don't feel all the happy, love, joy, and you're like, wait, did I get left behind the door, that kind of thing, you need to look at the situation you're in, why you're not happy, and if you are in an unhappy or not satisfied with where you are. I mean, this is going to happen, guys, because we all make choices, and it's not like I can predict you're going to be happy if you don't do anything on your end. Okay, I can say that all day long, but it won't go anywhere until you're doing something. But if you're in a situation where you haven't moved or you're unhappy, there's plenty of possibilities and opportunity that kind of presents itself. And this is more of a coming back and checking. This is the universe really being so kind to us, because sometimes it is, we're procrastinating, we're not ready. And if you feel like, hey, wait, I want to get on that happy train, it's coming back and it's looking and checking. All right, did we leave anybody? Is anybody missing out here? And it gives you, that energy will give you opportunity to grab on. It'll be an opportunity to go, okay, what do you need to do to clean it up? What do you need to do? It's always going to be choices you're making, because you are the creator of your life. You are the one that puts into motion in this physical world the dreams you want to manifest. So, I mean, it isn't like it just gets dropped there. You are a participant, and you can choose, because we all have free will. That energy will feel more like it's giving you, hey, encouragement. It'll be an encouragement that everybody's worthy. And that's what that one is. I thought that was interesting. Raphael comes in with November because he's a healing angel, and he wants everybody to know if they feel like, well, how come, and it's, we always see this, and I find it a lot where they go, well, I don't, that never works for me. But what have you done to be proactive in your choices? Because life here on Earth does go up and down. You will see 3D being 3D, which is all the stuff you see that you don't like so much, whether it's on the news or just out your window. But there's another dimension of life that is flowing in now, and you can tap into it now. And I've been talking about it. And the more that you work to go there, the more you will experience that one, because we create our own realities. So Raphael was coming in with November to give a boost of encouragement, like, don't give up, don't give up, you can start now. That's what that one is. And December, now we've come all the way full circle. December comes in like, this is where, with everything you've done, because it's been a Cancer, Capricorn year, lots of, I'm sorry, I'll get the word in a minute. I lost my word. What is that word I'm looking for? Okay, it just distracted me. Sorry, they'll give it to me in a second. December's where we stop and we reward and we congratulate, we appreciate, we see the relationships we've built. We see where we want to be, where we don't want to be. This is where you tap into where you have your blessings and your love in your life. And it always starts with you, material and emotional. Your needs are met. Your needs are met when, okay, yeah, I want to tap into that. Over the last year, we've been working to get rid of beliefs that kept us in a state of lack, or kept us in a state of, I don't deserve that, or it's never going to happen to me. Some of you might still be working through that, okay? We have to release that. We have to release that so all of these beautiful things can come in. These are things that everybody deserves. Now, let me go back and remind you. 2019 is a liberating year for the soul, okay? The whole year. The whole year. It has expansive mindset to it. That's your Capricorn that's going to be running through. And it runs through for a while. I mean, it doesn't really stop. You're going to just be feeling the family connection, the tie. You're going to be feeling this emotion, but you're going to feel the sense of adventure, and you really want to step out. This is where I want to tell you, if you feel hesitant, or you're one of the procrastinators, or you don't do so good with change, that energy will help you a lot. And if you are in the middle of it and you're doing something new, I know I'm doing plenty of it, yeah, a lot, it will help you, because you're like, okay, we're on an adventure. Oh, yay, we're on an adventure. This is exciting. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And, it's opportunity. You'll start to just feel the possibilities of life. To me, it reminds me of when you feel like you're the young kid that's just excited and goes without the hesitations and you're overthinking. It reminds me of that a lot. In general, the opportunities, the expansive perspective, the freedom of that energy, the way you feel free to expand, that will awaken you. And it awakens you to feel the adventure and be excited to join into the adventure. That's what I love about the 2019 energy. It does want to go, go, go. It wants it to be exciting. If you think about it, when you're doing something brand new, it's totally unknown. You're not sure what it is. And the thing is, this isn't completely unknown for everybody. For most people, the way I'm reading this is you're going to take something that you've had in your plan, and you're going to take it and you're going to level it up, and you're going to build on that and improve it, and it's going to be even better. That's going to be for a lot of people. Some people, it might be completely brand new. But when you are leveling up and going brand new, even though it's something you're familiar with, it feels so new you don't even know. It's like, I got to learn how to do it this way. It's like brand new technology, or you got the brand new phone. I was like, I don't even know how to use this thing. It's got so many gadgets. That kind of a thing. Life in general will feel that way when you are on an adventure of something brand new. And don't dread that. Look at the excitement of it. Because when you are learning, you're growing. When you feel alive, you feel like you're here. You're engaged. You know, you're engaged. Your mind's engaged. You know, I mean, when you talk with people that are in education or they're teachers or students, I feel like I'm a student forever. I teach everything I'm learning, you know, and I'm not saying that I have all the answers here. I'm telling you what I'm receiving, but I'm excited that it will feel like there's an adventure coming through in life. You may be already feeling that in these last couple of months. It just depends on where you are and how ready you are to go forward. I'm going to be putting in a whole lot more in our retreat group. So those that joined early, you know, they got in on the good deal because they got in before it's going to be bigger and expansive, and they're the founders. They're the ones that are the launch and foundation of something brand new that we're building. And so without them, you know, we're doing this as a group together. They help me make it better. And so that is huge. I'm kind of footing it, you know, running it, you know, with the costs and things like that. They're helping me out with that. So a big kudo to you guys. You're the founders of something brand new that we're going to build and build and build. And it's really more of a 2019 thing, but we got it off the ground. So here we go. Now, when we have this energy coming in, remember the Capricorn energy will help you just drive it, you know, just go. The other part of it is when you had something that you really had to overcome from this year, it may be painful, it might have been relationships. Some of you have had to let go of relationships that you really didn't want to let go of. That's healing, that was painful, but there's a strength that will overcome and come through that. I know nobody wants to hurt or have a lesson that way. Nobody does. I don't, and I have plenty of them. But you feel the things more when the Cancer energy's up. There's a lot of eclipses coming in 2019, and there's a lot of Cancer eclipses. I know, it's weird. There's a few all throughout the year. The eclipse energy means it intensifies the energy that was around that particular moon cycle. It just magnifies it. Kind of like our 11/11s, where you have 11s, you have ones, and then the more you have in a row, the more multiplied, magnified it is. Eclipses do that with a lunar cycle, whether it's the full moon eclipse, whatever. And there's quite a few. So guys, don't feel like you're losing it because you feel tears going down your face when you're happy. You feel them when you're sad. You feel them when you watch the puppy across the street. You know, you feel them. If you're starting to feel more and you got tears, just, oh my gosh, I'm not usually like this. Embrace it. It's a part of you that you need to get to know because it's really tapping into your soul and what touches you on the inner. The goal in 2019 is to take the inner dreams, the inner passions that we have, build on them with this energy's help, with the angels' help. And the angels, totally Michael here in the first half, remember. We had Jophiel when you need a little boost of positivity. We had Raphael when you feel like, okay, lighten up, right? All of them are coming in, really. Metatron, Raziel, Raphael, I mean, they're all coming in to support you and celebrate with you where you've come and how far we're growing into this. This energy of 2019 is really it's when you're going to feel like, okay, all this hold up. It'll feel fast because all of 2018 was a lot of retrogrades where it made you rewind, stop, review, let it go, but it was really a prep. It was preparing you to be able to move forward in 2019. 2019 just moves, okay? It's ready to do this. It's done. So if there's any residual left, remember we have a full moon coming in 2 days on 22nd of December. That is a Cancer one. I know. So if you're going to feel the moons, you're going to, you know, you're going to feel the love, okay? Just know. I know. I'm kind of being humorous with it, but it is like that. And if you are already sensitive and empathic and you feel that you cry at the drop of a hat like I do, I mean, I feel things and I'm not ashamed that I feel things. I'm healthier because I let myself feel life. I'm not missing life. I came here to experience life in this physical form, and I don't want to miss it. I don't want to pretend I don't feel something. More and more people with this kind of energy coming in for the next year, you're going to feel like that too. You're going to feel like, wow, I just never, you know, I always was able to detach my emotions and not get upset about that or not feel that. That's not so much the way it'll be in 2019. You'll feel more. You want to allow it. You want to allow that to happen, because in feeling it, you'll align more with what is true to your heart and true to you. Then it helps you discover, okay, that's not working for me anymore. That's got to go away. This is working for me. I feel more drawn to things. You might find that there's a lot of things like that, because your inner world is what you want to bring out into your physical world now. That's the whole point. You want the inner world, to come out into your physical world. You want to be the one that makes those decisions for yourself. If you're looking for new relationships, you have to make some choices. Here's the thing. I could say, oh yes, the way it is right now feels like something like this will happen, whatever. And then as soon as you make a different choice, that completely changes it. So you have all the power within you to manifest your life in the direction you want. If you feel cold feet, if you're having fear, Michael is so showing here that he's ready to help you, and that's the go-to angel for that. Anxieties, overwhelm, fear, scared to make a move. You know you got to do something and you don't know what. And here's the other thing I see people conflict with a lot. Don't be afraid to start, even if you don't have something completely figured out. I mean, you want to be safe, you want to be responsible. I get that. Not trying to say don't be that way. But if there's something you really want to start it and tweak as you go, because honestly, it's like hands-on learning. Don't be afraid. I mean, you get on a bicycle when you're a kid and it's not perfect the first time you get on. And then you just keep going and going and going, or you practice a new sport or craft, and that's how it gets better. And you're still doing it. And you did, you know, but if you had never started, it would never get to that point. That's what they keep driving home to me. Don't wait till it's perfect. Just start. Just start something. Start moving in that direction, because you'll be so glad you did. The energy will help drive you there. The energy will help support you. Then you can go at the end of the day, you can cry it out, you can take, you know, your salt bath, you can just, you know, have your time out, cleanse, refresh, feel good that you are being proactive in the choices that are for your life. It's not about somebody else doing it all for you. That's so powerless feeling. That is so outdated at this point. You don't want to feel powerless. You want to feel empowered. And empowered people, they choose for themselves. They don't wait for somebody else to choose it for them or to tell them what to do. I know. I just want that for you so much. I really do. Because that's what 2019 will support in a huge way. So don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out if you don't feel like you're going to be able to do it. You will. You've got to start, even if it's a little baby step. You got to do something. And for those that are like, I don't even know how to begin, my biggest and best advice that I can give to you, and that I got from the angels on that, was, I know I want to do such and such, but I have no idea where to start. Then you go do your homework and you research and you study and you Google it or whatever it is you do. Learn as much as you can about it, because that empowers you. Knowledge is power. Then you go, oh, well, I want to do that, but maybe not that way. This way is better for me. The other thing I want to recommend that Michael always taught me back in the day, do it your way. You can take on a lot of suggestions, but in the end, do the way that's right for you. Go the way that's right for you. Choose the path that's right for you. Then you draw in your experiences in your life with what aligns with where you really want to be. I'm really tired now from all of that, going. But I got to go, we're out of time, and I want you guys to think about it. Go back and listen again. We will be back in 2 weeks. I wish everyone happy holidays. Embrace the new year. It's here to help drive it home for us and really change our lives. I'm Dr. Jenn. Thanks so much for being here with me today. We'll see you next time on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.JennRoyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.